Nowadays we're in a world with fucking peace in Ireland at least, not the whole world, but in Ireland and the British, and we love that. We get on well, the Irish and the British, but now there's this Brexit thing and people are concerned about it. And in Ireland we're concerned about it because the border might come back. And I was asked, as a political comedian, to give a view on why it's a good thing for the world. I was like, I don't know, do I have to? And they were like, yeah, why is it good? But there's always a fucking positive. Look for the positive in everything in life. So I said, well, yeah, okay, I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why Brexit's a good idea. I'll tell you why it's a good idea to have a border. Because when I was 9 years old, my dad used to take me to McDonald's with my sister, and she'd end up with 7 fucking chicken McNuggets all the time, and I'd have 6. And I was like, this is bullshit. Something's up. Something's fucking up. Right? Yeah, I get it. She looks like Dad, and I look more like the neighbour Ned. Maybe he's taking it. Maybe he's given her an extra chicken McNugget. And I asked him, and he looked me in the eyes and said, "No, it's not me. It's Ronald McDonald." And I fucking believed him because I wanted that love. I wanted to be in their gang. I was like, yeah, maybe it is. And I went up to McDonald's and asked for an extra nugget like a fucking stupid fucking child. And they gave it to me. But what's the point, right? I wanted the love, not the nugget. 6 would have been. I just wanted. Anyway, I got my revenge. Will you quit fucking hiccuping? Just fucking deal with it. Just fucking. Someone give her a fright. She embarrassing you too much. You're just gonna go in and turn it off. I fucking can't take it anymore. I can't take it. I'm spending all night trying to get laid. I'll just fucking, there's tissues here, there's fucking water there. What more do I need? Where were we, Hiccup? Where were we? Yeah, I have. I'm sorry. So what I did is I got revenge on my dad. Good. I got revenge. I took his hunting bullets and I put his hunting bullets in his fishing box. But I didn't know. I didn't know he was fishing in Northern Ireland. I couldn't have understood that concept as a child. So when he went through the fucking border and the soldiers, armed soldiers, checked his car, they found the bullets and they put him up against the wall and machine guns to his head. He's like, I'm not in the IRA, I'm not in the IRA. Took him back, strip searched him, and the only reason he got out of that prison cell is because he happened to know a cop. And when he came back, that's the first time I remember my dad really fucking angry with me. And I don't, as a kid, you don't want to cry in front of your dad. So I held back the tears and I said, Dad, stop shouting, I swear it wasn't me, it was Ronald McDonald. You're looking at my hand. I'm not, wasn't, no, not that time. I was thinking what to do next. I've got a few options. We could do the age jokes. Okay. That's easy. What's your buddy? What's your name, buddy? Roscoe. Roscoe or Bosco? Bosco. Yeah, well, whatever. Let's go with Bosco. In Ireland, we have a puppet called Bosco, and fucking the little red cheeks and the fucking his ass, and you remind me of him actually. Yeah. Oh, that's childish. Let it go in. Right. So, thank you. If I need help, I'll ask you. So I'm in Asia because I'm a hypocrite. I'm a fucking hypocrite because I do stuff and I pretend I'm all about peace. I am. I care. I do. But then I find moments in life where I'm not. Like you guys are traveling around the world, probably, right? I was traveling around the world with my best friend Brian. And we were in Asia. I just remember the fight story about Bob when me and Bob were fighting like fucking brothers, and he swung a punch at me. Brian tried to break it up, and he gave Brian a black eye in Sydney. We had to leave Sydney. Anyway, we went to Thailand. We were in the Kosan Road, and we were wasted. We ordered drinks, and out came buckets. Buckets of alcohol. I was like, excuse me, we're Irish, have you any wheelbarrows? And we drank them, cheap, shitty, fucking fake Thai whiskey, and maybe it was the whiskey or maybe it was a demon inside me, I don't know, but I just stood up to my friend Brian and I went, fuck you, no reason, walked up the road, Coastal Road, people tried to sell me into their shows, hey, you like ping pong? No man, but I love a good game of badminton. Someone was trying to get me to eat a fucking scorpion, like a fried scorpion. Dude, I'm drunk. I'm not a fucking idiot. As I danced up the road with a bucket on my head. They wouldn't let me into Mulligan's, an Irish bar. And there's a moment where in life where you should realise, I've had too much, I should probably go home. Like, I'm getting rejected on the Koh San Road in Thailand as an Irish person from an Irish bar. It's clearly time to go home. But I thought he wasn't letting me in because I had no ID. So I went to get an ID made on the street, came back with my fake ID and I said, now will you let me in? It didn't work. But to be fair, the guy who made the ID had spelled Bucket Man wrong. I went home, I found my £2 a night hostel and I got there, which is quite an accomplishment. I opened the door first time. I'm not looking for a round of applause, but it was an achievement to be able to do that in that state. How much alcohol I was able to do that, but there was a trap. There was another door on the inside with a toilet door, a metal mosquito net, and I couldn't get through it. And I saw Brian lying naked in my bed. Brian! Get Brian! Brian! And he sits up and goes, no, fuck you, Aidan. Goes back asleep. I'm not proud of what happened next, but I kicked down the door and I went over. I fucking slapped my friend in the face. I fucking hit him hard, and I knew when I did it I could have lost a friend, and maybe at least I've lost a travelling companion. Alright, next morning he wakes up and goes, me fucking head! I don't remember a thing. Really, Brian? Well, we're good friends, so I'll tell you what, I'll even pay for half the door you broke, you fucking idiot. It's in Vietnam recently, and they charged me for a fucking visa and not my British friend, because the British opposed the Vietnam War and the Irish didn't. But we were neutral. We're always like neutral, cowards, as fast as our cowardly little legs. But we have to pay 25 quid in, right? And I wondered, why did that happen? And I pictured two Irish politicians sitting there going, oh, Jesus! Oh yeah, because you don't know this. But we always let the Americans use the Shannon Airport in Ireland to bomb whatever country they want. Right? So we're neutral, but we facilitate horror. So, and I wondered, how did that happen? And I pictured two Irish politicians. Oh, Jesus, the Americans want to bomb Vietnam. Vietnam, where's that? Asia. What the fuck did they do there? They eat rice instead of potatoes. Well, bomb the fucking shit out of the soul. I was on a flight to Tokyo, and I thought I'd done something genius. I thought I'd fucking, you know, when you make good decisions now and again in life. I made this I said, like, I'll pay on the Scoot Airlines €12 extra for the fucking leg room. And I got it. I was all chuffed with myself until the fucking plane went up in the air to Tokyo. It was a long flight, and I tried to bring the seat back. And on Scoot Budget Airlines, it doesn't go back in the emergency exit. They fucking scammed you. I was like, fuck you, don't scam me. I spent a life at this shit. Fuck you. So I fucking had a plan. I just lay down on the ground. I'm just gonna fucking sleep. What are you gonna do? Fuck you, Scooter. I lay down there and I look behind me, because that's the way, just before I closed my eyes, and I saw a lady, Japanese I think, with no knickers on. Now I didn't plan it. I didn't choose it. It just fucking happened, right? It just happened. And of course I closed my eyes eventually. Of course I did. But did I close my eyes for the right reasons? Did I do it out of love and respect for a woman who might have been found in an awkward position, who didn't want to see her genitals seen? Or did I do it? Did I do it out of fear for being seen as a pervert? Right? I mean, I didn't want the front page of the Irish Times. Irish comedian pervert kicked off Scoot Airlines. Think of the shame, all my family talking about it, everybody knowing that I fly on Scoot Airlines. But why? Why had she no knickers on? Why? Like, was she fucking, could she not afford them? She's on a plane. I know it's Scoot Airlines, but still, like, she's fucking, maybe she's Japanese and she sold them to a vending machine as a Japanese fetish to pay for the plane. Maybe she was playing a game to to see how many times she could be seen. Because I used to do that as a kid with my friends, see how many times people could see her ass. Haha, 1 point for me. That was. And then I realised it's not my business. It's not my business why she did it. I don't need to know. So I closed my eyes. Eventually I had to go to the toilet. Natural thing to happen. Open the door because it wasn't locked. And who's there? The fucking vagina lady. Yeah, no, I can't be exact to say it's her because she went like this, which stopped my eyes from being able to see her face, but I was never looking at her face in the first place. Which, by the way, is Japanese for no, which sounds very similar to yeah. And of course I closed the door, but what's the right amount of time to take closing the door? Because you don't want her to fucking lose the game. I mean, there's a high suicide rate in Japan. I don't want her feeling rejected. I closed the door, but just before I closed the door, God spoke to me from her vagina. In that tiny sliver of a second before closing the door, my heart roared. Strange lady's vagina, you're exquisite, delicious, mystical. It's a privilege to exist in the same instant as you. And this flying metal tube. Yeah, this plain baby, I'm just a man trying to be good, to act like I should. Yeah, women of the world, men want to wriggle inside your giggling thighs most of the time if you want that too. But we want you to feel seen, safe and heard. Vagina, please show us the way. And the vagina said, listen then. In my mind it was still glistening. You're missing the mission. The trick is to filter your feelings true. Love, respecting all the needs of every woman for now and evermore. Now pass this information to the male population. Close the fucking door. That's not it. I find it hard to deliver that bit because it's not true, right? It's not. I did see it. I mean, I didn't read. I did lie down and I saw she'd no knickers and I sat up. I don't know what I saw. I was just like, oh. And then I opened the door. But I felt as a comedian, I owed it to my audience to fucking talk about it. I don't even do dick jokes. I did it for you. I knew you wanted to hear. And then I had to make it beautiful and appropriate and accepting. So I turned into a poem because. I mean, if she knew how hard I had to work to make her vagina funny and appropriate. I'm not telling women how to dress, but maybe she would have worn. I'm just saying, like, fucking. I feel like I have to. I used to do political shit all the time. I used to care about, like, banking. I used to fight the bankers, and I won. Yeah, they kept my house. But morally, I fucking cared when I was your age. I fucking, I used to believe in debt forgiveness. I thought that every country, every person in the world should be let off debt. And I backed it up with my actions. I borrowed money from a bank and I didn't pay it back. And I forgave myself. I cared about, like, cops fucking arrested me for... Did you just go, in the front of a comedy club because he's been done by a cop? What do you mean? Done by? Did you punch a cop? That's actually pretty interesting. Get out of here, you punched a cop. Give me the background. Was he banging your sister? Like the rest of us. You can't punch fucking 80 of us. Come here, did you punch a cop? I fucking shouldered a cop and I never punched one. Did you? Did you get done for it? You got lashed. He's got caught in a week. This could go horribly wrong. Here, fuckhead. I wasn't dumb enough to punch a cop, but will you control hiccup there? You control hiccup. I'll fucking deal with the fucking. I'd say there's about fucking 8 minutes left of this. We can do it. Believe in yourself. Here, cop puncher. So fucking. I'm not telling the full story because it's an old material, but there's a clamp on my car, so I got an angle grinder, sparks going everywhere. Cop comes over, he's all like, "Oh, what's your name?" I'm like, "What's your name?" "John." "Then tell me your name." "Okay, John, you can call me Aidan." "Aidan what?" Jesus, we're first name terms at this stage. "Tell me who you are." "I am you." We're just reflections of each other, different. One giant consciousness. And I went back to the cop station because I actually believed it's my property in a world where I'm allowed travel. And I said, fuck it, I'll never give them my name and I'll never sign their fucking piece of paper. And I sat there and I meditated because I was afraid because they were being fucking violent to other people in there, right? And I sat there and I wasn't really meditating, I was pretending to meditate because I didn't really know how at the time, but I just started going, oh. And they came in after a few hours, saw me, and they let me go. And I think they did it because I was right. Or maybe they thought I was a weirdo. I don't know, but the point is that I never paid for the fucking fine and I won. I mean, I should have just punched the cop in the head and started kicking the shit out of him, take that, but you're more of a man than me. That's a fucking lull. That's the lull. I've been riding the wave too long, Shane. It's been going too well. It's just been going too well. I couldn't possibly continue on a high, could it? The last few jokes, there had to be a moment where I went, fuck, why did I do that bit? The inner fucking head, man, it's so critical. Are you taking pictures? Let's make it look good. Get the fuck out of here! I never loved you anyway! Okay, right, okay, so I genuinely cared. Like, I did a show about Jesus versus Buddha, and I thought I was going to take the piss out of them, but I started to realize there's something within them that I had the most amount of respect for that I've ever had. Like, I know it sounds strange, but I couldn't, like, they overcame temptation. Like, Jesus spent 40 days in the desert, Buddha spent 40 days underneath a tree. His first temptation was 3 beautiful dancing women, and Buddha said, no! Not even the lick of a nipple. No! Now, Jesus didn't get 3 beautiful dancing women. He got offered bread. Jesus, Satan, man, have some fucking respect. He's in a desert. How about a glass of water? You inconsiderate prick, right? But I asked myself, could I do that? Could I overcome the temptation of women? Could you? Like, could you? Like, my whole life I've been chasing women. Like, nowadays I have a girlfriend, Lily, and we're partners. Like, I'll probably never have sex with another woman. I mean, unless she dies. I mean, if she dies, I'll be straight over to Australia, fucking looking from Australia, just to hear a woman go as they do squats up and down on your Mickey with their fucking tans. I'm dying to see if they've got a white bit here. I don't know. Like, I'll be over to Argentina, and I'll ride myself all the way to Brazil, and I know they sound different, but I bet they taste the same. Into fucking Germany, just to hear a woman go schnell, schnell. And I'll work my way all the way back to fucking Ireland, and I won't just fuck some random chick in some shitty bar in Camden Street or Harcourt Street or Leeson Street. No, I'll go into Offaly in the centre of Ireland, and I'll find like a big bright red-headed woman, butt naked, no knickers on, fucked away just like the Japanese chick on Scoot Airlines, sitting there on the haystack, fucking a bit of a red rash between the legs, big filthy heifer of a tie, and she'd be sitting there going, come here, bio, and she'd grab me by the head, pull me in by the ears, and I'll just stick my head up and go, it's good to be home. I don't think, like, and then, like, my next show I did a bit about, I realized I could believe anything. I started to believe my own shows. I can believe any conspiracy theory. I'll read it. I believe that Paul McCartney was dead. In 1966, he died in a car crash. I believe that and try to convince people he's dead. And the only reason they killed John Lennon and George just to keep the secret, didn't bother with Ringo because nobody fucking believed him. And then I realised if I can believe anything, anybody can. Like, I could be a fucking Holocaust denier. It's possible I could. If you give me, I could fucking be dumb enough to believe that. And by the way, Holocaust jokes are never funny, especially to people who still believe it happened. And nowadays, these fucking pumpkin pie snowflakes are so fucking sensitive. It's hard to say anything. People get, like, my girlfriend gets upset. I do the wrong joke and she cries. Lately she fucking cried because of a joke. Here, I'll do the joke for you fucking half-wit morons with the attention span of a retarded golf.